So today's aim will be to understand what are integers. Okay. And we will try to understand very fundamental things about integers and how we represent them on a number line. Okay. How do we represent them on number line? So we'll be focusing on that. That will be the core purpose of today's class. So we'll be focusing on integers and how do we represent them on number line. Okay, so all of you might have done integers. So how do we denote integers? Priscilla says integers are denoted by Z. Is she correct? Or I? So Priscilla herself is not sure whether it is Z or I. Anyone? Anyone in the class who is sure?
Both of them. They both are represent. Both of the letters are represented.
Okay. Okay. Karthik Sethi says -3 + 3. Yeah, -3 + 3 or these are all integers. I know. I'm asking you. Okay, let me ask you a different question. What are natural numbers?
Natural numbers are counting numbers 1 to infinity.
Okay, so the counting numbers. Very good. So let me change the color for a moment. You're saying they are counting numbers. So what are your counting numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on. All these are natural numbers. So how are natural numbers denoted by? Yeah, 0, not 0. Harsh, 0 is not a natural number. They start from 1, 2, 3, so on to infinity. Very good. So infinity. I'll just leave it there. So natural numbers are denoted by? Instead
Capital
of writing,
N.
very good. It's denoted by capital N. So then we have whole numbers. So where do whole numbers start from?
From 0. 0
Very
to
good.
infinity.
Very good. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. All these numbers are whole numbers, right? So whole numbers are denoted by W. So now tell me, what are integers denoted by?
Z. Capital Z and capital I.
Very good. No, they're generally denoted by Z. That's a standard mathematical notation. So that's how we represent integers. Okay. So let's go further. Let's understand oppositeness. Now, what do you mean by oppositeness? Anyone can explain me what is oppositeness? Forget about mathematics. What do you understand by opposite? Give me examples of opposite.
Sir, +2 and -2 are
Sir?
opposite.
Okay.
Sir?
East
Sir,
and
it's
west
like
are opposite.
opposite of slow is fast. The opposite words if
Very good.
we do not think about mathematics.
Very good. I like that. Fast is opposite to slow. Okay. Very good. Give me
East
more
and
examples.
west. East
Yeah.
and west.
Very good. Very good. I like
Happy,
that.
sad.
East
Happy
and
and
west.
sad.
South and north.
South and
Happy
north.
and sad.
Sunrise, sunset.
Wow, very good. Very good. I like that. I like that. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So, okay. So can I also say that giving you 5 chocolates, and taking away 5 chocolates from you, are they opposite?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Giving 5
Yes.
chocolates versus taking 5 chocolates, are they opposite to each other?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very good. So that is your oppositeness. Okay, so you understand what is fast and slow, east and west, south and north. Therefore, you have giving away and taking away. So these are opposite to each other. Okay, so, you know, say for example, if I represent giving 5 chocolates to someone, if I assume giving is a positive thing, so I'll write it as +5. So giving is positive thing, right? Because when you give 5 chocolates to your friends, will you make them happy or will you make them sad?
Happy.
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 Okay, when you'll make them
Happy.
happy, right? So very
Yes.
good. So, but when you take away, if say let's say a friend has 10 chocolates with him, he's happy with his 10 chocolates, and suddenly you go to him, snatch away 5 chocolates from him. Will he be happy or will he be sad?
Sad.
Sad.
He'll feel sad.
He's very
Yeah, he'll definitely
Sad.
he'll definitely not be happy, but he may not be sad because if he likes sharing with you, he'll be happy too. But from the context of our problem, can I say taking away is is more of a negative feeling? Can I say it is -5?
Yes.
Can I
Yes.
represent that as -5?
Yes.
If I represent giving five chocolates as +5 and taking away 5 chocolates is -5. Okay, so that's a representation of understanding. So when you have a natural number, so when you have a positive natural number, right? For example, we have a natural number like say +5. We don't write natural number like +5. We also represent it as 5. So the opposite of 5 for us is -5. Similarly, if you have a number 10, opposite of a number 10 is -10. So if I have a number, say n, if we have a number n, the negative of the number n is -n. So if we have an apple, negative of an apple is -apple. Okay, so when we have an apple, negative of an apple is -apple. So I need you to understand how do we represent oppositeness. So something you take it as positive, the opposite of that we take it as negative. Do you understand this? Is everyone okay with this?
Yes, sir.
Brilliant.
Yes,
So
sir.
let's go further. So what are directed numbers? Yes, sir. Okay. So directed number. So you can directly see something that has a direction to it. Okay. So when I say direction to it, so we try to say, for example, let's assume you are on the road. Okay. Let's assume you're on a road. Sorry. Okay. So let's assume you're on a road. Okay. So you reach a place like this. Okay. And so you are at a crossroad here. Okay. You are at the middle of the road. So someone is standing here. Okay. Let me put you here. Okay. So you are at a particular junction. You are in the middle of the crossroads. Okay. So, here say let's assume you know that you are exactly here. You know that this is east. Let's assume you know this is east. This is east. This is west. And let's assume this is north. This is south. Let's assume you know this. Okay. You know that you are in the middle of the road. This is east. This is west. So you can always say someone tells you go 10 meters to your towards your east. So if someone tells you to go 10 meters towards east, you know that you will directly go in this direction. Let's assume this is 10 meters. So you will go here and say, hey, I have traveled 10 meters. Okay, you can say this is 10 meters, right? So if someone tells you go 10 meters on your north, so you can go 10 meters in this direction and say, hey, I've reached 10 meters towards north. So you know the direction, right? So now, if someone tells you to go 10 meters to your west, you also know how to go towards 10 meters if you know the direction and you say that, yeah, I traveled 10 meters towards west. If someone tells you 10 meters towards south, you will travel and say you have reached 10 meters towards south. Okay. Now, if you know the directions, you can say, this is east, this is west. But if you don't know directions, if someone wants to tell you, okay, if someone wants to tell you, go 10 meters, you don't know the direction, the only way you can look at it is 10 meters forward. So if someone tells you 10 meters forward, you're facing towards, say, let's assume you're facing this side of the road. Your face is this side. And someone tells you, go 10 meters forward. So you can quickly go 10 meters forward, right? And if someone tells you go 10 meters backward, what do you mean by 10 meters backward? So you're facing in this direction. Which direction will you go? If someone is telling you 10 meters backwards, what will you do? Which direction will you go?
Go towards the west.
West.
Very good. You will go 10 meters towards the west.
West.
If someone tells you go 10 minutes towards left, what will you do? Yeah?
North.
You have to go
North.
towards
Very
south.
good. So because you're facing east, someone tells you left, that means you have to go towards north. Brilliant. So if someone tells you go 10 meters right, what will you do?
South.
South.
Very good. Brilliant. See, you are seeing all these are what? Can I say all these are directions?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So all these are directions. So once we know directions, we know one side if it is positive, other side is negative. So the way we look at it is any number that can be represented on both sides of a direction or on opposite sides of a direction, such numbers are directed numbers. So no one will ask you definition. Don't worry. What you need to understand is anything that can be represented on the oppositeness of a number is called directed numbers. So that means, if I assume if I take this direction as a positive direction, then the opposite of that will become a negative direction. Right? So a number that is like say 10, if positive 10 is there, we have minus 10. So a number that can be represented both positive and negative is a directed number. Okay. So now if I have something like someone tells you, say if you take the direction of north to be positive, if you take this as positive, generally north, this direction is always taken positive. East is always taken positive. North is always taken positive. In mathematics, we have a strong notation. In east, we always take it positive, and north also we take it positive. Or in a number, we'll come to a number line. So horizontally, right hand side is always taken positive, left hand side is always taken negative. So here also, if you can look at, now if you go up north, it is positive, then down south is negative. Down south is taken negative. So oppositeness, if you have in any number, they are called directed numbers because there is a direction involved to it or oppositeness involved to it. Okay? So do you understand what I'm trying to teach you? Is that okay? Everyone is with me?
Sir?
If yes,
Yes, sir.
mention yes.
Sir,
Yes,
I have
sir.
a question.
Yeah,
Then
Karthik.
0 is not a directed number.
0 is not. Yes, 0 is not. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Now, so the definition of integers. This is what you might have learned in your school textbook. The set containing negatives of natural numbers along with whole numbers is called the set of integers. So we know whole numbers. Whole numbers start with what? 0. We have 0, then 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4, we have 5, 6, 7, so on. And negative of natural numbers. 1 ka negative kya hai? -1. We have -2. We have -3. We have -4, and so on. So these are all negative of natural numbers. Negatives of natural numbers. These are negatives of natural numbers, negatives of n, and all these are whole numbers, right? These are all your whole numbers starting from 0 to infinity. All that are whole numbers. The set containing negatives of natural numbers, which is you can see all these negative numbers on the left, and the entire whole numbers. So that entire set. So a set of negative natural numbers plus whole numbers constitutes all your integers. Okay. So those are your integers. So your integers typically it starts from minus infinity, so on, -100, all that. So let me just show you -3, -2, -1 to 0, your 1, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on till infinity. So all these are integers. So all the negative integers are called negative integers. 1 to infinity, they are called positive integers, represented as z plus and z minus. Okay. So any integer is represented as z. So any integer is represented as z. You have numbers from minus infinity towards 0, then 1 to infinity. So all these are integers. So I hope everyone understands.